Well, greetings to my Bahamas Leadership Academy family and to the Grand Bahama community at large. This is Principal Knowles here, coming to you with another back to school pep talk. So what are we talking about today? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, parents of all ages, we are talking about predatory behavior. Yes, I said predators, predatory behavior. As a parent or guardian, you've probably talked to your child about stranger danger. And if you haven't, then you need to. But predators can also sexually, emotionally, and psychologically abuse children without ever being in the same room as them. Although it may eventually lead to in-person abuse. Online grooming, parents, occurs when a predator initiates and cultivates a relationship with your child through the internet. And it can include, listen to this, 1, sending explicit messages. 2, sharing or requesting sexual photos or videos. 3, targeted manipulation. 4, isolation from family and friends. And 5, sextortion. We'll talk about that in another pep talk. Okay, but that's how online grooming occurs. And I'm talking about this because I had a child throughout my career that I had to deal with. And unfortunately, she would have what she called virtual, I'm trying to be kind of modest because of who may be watching, virtual play days with her significant other, okay? And nudity was involved. Thankfully, the other child did not live on the same island, because I think if they did, it could have become a real life scenario. But they did everything in a simulated exercise, okay? And bear in mind, I predominantly over my years would have dealt with primary school children, all right? So do not think that because, oh, my baby's just in primary school, they are going to school with other children that are exposed to things. And so all of this information helps you parents to build your toolkit, okay? Here are some recommended actions for parents. 1, educate your child. Tell your child not to talk to people online who they do not know in real life, because then that makes it more difficult to catch the person. Teach them to recognize red flags, like when someone online asks them to share their full name or their address or where they go to school. Remind them to never send pictures to strangers, even if the photo seems innocent. Here is another recommended action. Show your child that you support them, okay? If they tell you they've been contacted by a predator, please don't go postal, okay? Remain calm. A calm, empathetic conversation will help your child feel comfortable discussing what's going on. Let them know that it's not their fault. It's not their fault that they were a target, okay? Here's another recommended action, and I can't say this enough. Document everything. Document. A very good friend of mine, Dr. Anastasia Lewis, she would always say, documentation beats conversation any day. Documentation beats conversation. All right, so document. And even us in leadership, we understand the power of documentation and keeping those documents on file, okay? Work with your child to keep a log of all predatory activities. This will be very important should you need to report these events to law enforcement. be sure to include the following: what happened and when, the names, usernames of anyone who was involved or witnessed it, what websites or platforms were used. Was it Snapchat, Instagram, was it Facebook, was it Twitter? What platform? Was it a text message? Was it WhatsApp? And then, most importantly, screenshot that thing. All right? The content of the messages, screenshot it. Send the screenshot to the administration, to the police, make sure that they can see it, because guess what? A screenshot can be printed